Happy Friday, everyone! Well done for trying your hardest with all your home learning this week. I'm really, really proud of you. Maths has been really tricky, but lots of you have sent me in your responses on Seesaw and they've been amazing. You've really got to grips with using rucksack. Well done, I'm proud of you. Okay, so we're going to use rucksack again today, but I'm not going to go over the read, the understand, because you know how to do that now. And if you just write the mnemonic at the top, you can just keep flicking back and forth to it and checking yourself. You don't need me to write it on my board, you can do it yourself at home. So today we are going to be doing column subtraction. So I know sometimes this is a little bit tricky for us. We often forget that we've got to borrow, and sometimes we forget that it's actually taking away some, and we decide to add. So we're just going to run through it and you can have a little try yourself, okay? So if you remember, in school we always have 4 golden rules when we do column subtraction. So put them on my board here. So we always put the biggest number at the top. We line up all our columns, so we make sure that our hundreds are all in line, our tens are all in line, and our units are all in line. We make sure that we've got the symbol, so whether it's a taking away or dividing or an adding or a times in, today we're using taking away. So that's really important, and we've got the equal sign. And something we used to like to say when I was in Dosbarth Oren is start off the units. So if it's not on the right, it's not going to be right. Okay, so let's begin. For example, if I had, we start off quite simple and we just do hundreds and tens and units number. 343. And then we're going to take away 172. So I've lined them up. You can see that they're all in perfect columns. I did my dotted lines down like that. So there's not going to be any mistakes of which numbers I'm going to be taking away. I put my taking away and my equal sign in. Can you see now I've still got room to put my numbers in there. So we always have to start at the units. So if you want to write hundreds, tens and units at the top, you can. But if you always start furthest right, that's brilliant. Then you can transfer when we use decimal numbers as well. So first of all, 3 take away 2. Nice and simple. We've got 3 and we take 2 away, so we're going to have 1 left. Check the 1 underneath. And then we've got 4 take away 7. If I've got 4 items, I can't take 7 away because 7 is bigger. So that means I've got to borrow. So quite often we say we're going to knock on our neighbour's door in the next column. So we're going to knock on the neighbour's door of the 3. And we say, can we borrow a 10 please? So we then cross out the 3 and give a 10 to the 4. So that number there, if we've taken 1 away from 3, then becomes a 2. So back to our middle tens column. So we've got 14 take away 7. If you know your doubles, we know that's 7. And then we've got 2 take away 1, which is nice and simple. 2 take away a 1. So our answer is 171. I'm going to do another one now, and I'm going to put a 0 in the middle of the number, and we do a thousands number this time. So we've got thousands, hundreds, tens and units. So we're going to do 4,065. And then we're going to take away, let's see what, 1,822. I'll put my taking away symbol in, put my equal symbol in. If you want to do lines to check you've lined them up right, you can. So they're all in the correct columns. So there should be no issues on which numbers I'm taking away. Okay. Start on the right in our units column. So you've got 5 take away 2, which would give us 3. We've got 6 that take away 2, which would be 4. And this is where we usually make our mistake. So we've got 0 take away 8. If I've got 0, nothing at all, I actually can't take 8 away. So that means I've got to borrow. I'm going to knock on my neighbour's door and I'm going to borrow from my 4. So my 4 becomes a 3 and I take that 1 over to change that 0 into a 10. Now, I can do 10 take away 8, nice and simply. That would give me the answer of 2, and then I can do 3 take away 1, which would also be the answer. Okay, so it would be 2,243. If you're having any trouble, let me know and I'll try and go through it again with you. But if you check the inverse operation, we talked about this, haven't we? We switch it around and make it into an adding sum. So for example, if I did 1,822, add the answer, it should give us then the top number. So let's try it. So you've got 2,243 add 1,822, and we're doing the inverse operation, so opposite to taking away is an add. So we've got 3 and 2 is 5, 4 and 2 is 6, 2 and 8 is 10, so we write the 0, we carry the 1, and we have 2 and 1, and 1 is 4. So checked it out, and the answer 4,065, 4,065. Good luck, guys.